Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best handheld gaming consoles.
Starting at number 5.
Evercade EXP. Miss the glory days of the Game Boy? Well, the Evercade EXP is a modern handheld that runs retro classics using shiny new cartridges. It's a must-have for anyone that's looking for a truly plug-and-play experience, not to mention the fact it's helping preserve physical gaming and access to old favorites. Equipped with a 4.3-inch display 480p display, the Evercade EXP is a retro console through and through. The console's main selling point is its growing library of available cartridges, which come with integrated emulators designed specifically for their included games. Each release features a collection of oldies by publishers like Capcom and Irem, and the experience provided is ultimately pretty authentic. Design: in spite of its Game Boy cartridge vibes, the Evercade EXP looks pretty modern. That's largely thanks to its clean white colorway and landscape layout, but its D-pad and traditional face buttons feel like consoles from the past. Naturally, that's a good thing when you're revisiting Sega Mega Drive and SNES games on different hardware, and the setup avoids feeling uncanny. Performance: the Evercade platform is renowned for providing accurate access to classic games, and the EXP is no exception. Sure, methods like FPGA can provide 100% accuracy compared to emulation, but Blaze's built-in emulators are the next best thing, especially if you'd rather not mess around with ROMs and settings. Even some official releases come with slowdown and slightly off-sounding music, so the fact the Evercade delivers almost perfect ports is pretty spectacular.
Coming at number 4.
Ayaneo 2S. The Ayaneo 2S will make your wallet weep, but it offers up incredible frame rates in even the most demanding games. That said, it suffers from the same drawbacks as other Windows handhelds, so keep that in mind before investing in this portable powerhouse. If you love feature-packed devices, you'll dig what the Ayaneo 2S has to offer. It may look like other handheld gaming PCs at a glance, but it wields a 1200p display, Ryzen 7 7840U APU, up to 64GB RAM, and a 4TB SSD, depending on model. Upon closer inspection, even the handheld's exterior has something to prove, as it's equipped with 3 USB-C ports rather than 1. That particular boon means you don't need a dock to use the portable as a desktop PC, and that's rather fitting given its capabilities. Design: arguably, the Ayaneo 2S sings from the same sheet as the Asus ROG Ally in terms of design. Similarities include an asymmetrical thumb stick layout with RGB lighting underneath, but small differences like its bezel-less screen and cavia design provide it with a more premium vibe. At 667G, it's pretty weighty, but we found it to be comfortable to use for extended periods. Performance: the Ryzen 7 7840U is a pretty powerful chip, and it enables the Ayaneo 2S to smash the portable performance ceiling. It's the only handheld we've tested to date that can run Cyberpunk 2077 at 60 frames per second using 800p low settings, which is a mean feat given how demanding CD Projekt Red's RPG is. Just keep in mind that just like the Asus ROG Ally, Windows-related shenanigans can hamper performance if and when quirks and bugs occur, and it'll be up to you to investigate.
At number 3.
Asus ROG Ally. It's far from perfect, but the Asus ROG Ally is an exceptional handheld gaming PC that delivers better performance than the Steam Deck. It also boasts full PC compatibility thanks to the fact it's a Windows device, but that's ultimately both a blessing and a curse when it comes to the overall experience. Just like the Steam Deck, the Asus ROG Ally is a 7-inch handheld clad with integrated controls. However, the Ally takes things up a notch by including an 120Hz 1080p display and a newer AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme processor. That combo enables it to deliver slicker visuals and surprisingly high frame rates, particularly in demanding games. Design: the ROG Ally is one of the better-looking portable PCs around, and it feels pretty nice in the hands too. Weighing in at 608G, it's actually slightly lighter than the Steam Deck, but still feels rugged and packs extra aesthetic quirks like RGB thumbsticks. Its white, form-fitting shell stands out compared to the deck, while its overall shape and curves provide comfortable access to its buttons, triggers, and asymmetrical sticks.
Number 2 of my list.
Steam Deck OLED. The original model set a new standard for handheld gaming PCs when it arrived in 2022, but the new Steam Deck OLED takes the handheld to even greater heights. Now a platform in its own right, Valve's latest portable system blends fantastic, speedy OLED visuals with the same great software and hardware we all know and love, along with some additional improvements sprinkled in. Both the original version and the Steam Deck OLED have plenty of tricks up their sleeve, and are effectively a fully fledged PC crammed into a handheld shell. That means you'll be able to play games usually available to your rig using integrated controls, haptic feedback, a gyroscope, and dual touchpads. If you're more into consoles than traditional desktop setups, you'll definitely vibe with what the deck has to offer. Unlike the model we first tried a few years ago, the Steam Deck OLED, as the name implies, has a shiny new OLED display. Compared to LCD, switching screen type means you'll be able to enjoy excellent contrast and colors that'll put many full-blown gaming monitors to shame, not to mention it's also 90 Hz. Design, weighing in at 640G, the Steam Deck OLED is noticeably lighter than its predecessor, even if it's still one of the chunkiest handhelds around. That said, its ergonomic shape means it'll fit in your hands nicely, and if you played a lot of Wii U before the Switch arrived, you'll be familiar with Valve's high-up symmetrical stick layout. Plus, it pretty much follows the modern PC controller playbook in terms of buttons, so you won't have to get used to any weird configurations.
And number 1.
Nintendo Switch OLED. Nintendo's mighty console arguably sparked a new era of handheld gaming, and the Nintendo Switch OLED model adds to the terrific formula. It's not the highest spec console by today's standards, and a lot has changed within the console realm since the original's 2017 debut. Nevertheless, it's hard to deny its portable prowess and incredible library, two factors that make it our top-on-the-go system in 2023. While we've given the top spot to the Nintendo Switch OLED model specifically, many of its strengths are included with the original version too. It's lightweight, retains support for physical game cartridges, and still comes armed with removable Joy-Cons and a docking station. However, if you pick up the OLED model over the Switch Lite or original version, your eyes will be in for a treat. The new display boasts superb contrast and colors that transform epic adventures like Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom into pure eye candy, and the slightly larger 7-inch screen makes all the difference. Design. The OLED Switch almost looks the same as its predecessor, but there are a few key differences that help it stand out. For starters, the OLED screen itself is slightly larger and features a slimmer bezel, something that helps give it a visual edge over other handhelds out there. It's also got an improved kickstand round the back, which is sure to please anyone who's had a near miss using the flimsy flap included with the original.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.